Hi, my name is Jason Kaplan. I'm CEO of Milestone Sports. So I have two co-founders, and we are all have different backgrounds. So I have a background in technology. I have a co-founder who is a technologist. My background is more in the sales and business development side. And then I have a hardcore technology co-founder, and then we have a co-founder who's been very involved in endurance sports retailing. And the three of us spend a lot of time talking about what it's like to be runners, what it's like to be a retailer, and what's available in the technology world, and from that this idea was born. And the idea was we really saw what we thought was a big opportunity to help all of the players, to help consumers run healthier, perform better, reach their goals, and also to help retailers solve a big problem, which is how do we stay most connected to our customer? How do we drive loyalty? How do we drive repeat purchases? And so we built this wearable marketing platform. So imagine you walk into a store today or you go online to shop, and we talk a lot about running because it's the market we serve first, but we expect to be in other markets too. But imagine you walk into a store and you get fitted for a running shoe, and some stores will spend 20, 30, 40 minutes with you. All these stores have one thing in common, which is when you walk out, they lose you, right? Once you open the box, they have no idea whether you're a guy that runs 80 miles a week or whether you're there just because somebody gave you a nudge to start exercising and you actually never run at all. And we thought, wouldn't it be cool if we could build the technology that could be a part of your shoe or a part of your activity that's really easy and low cost, and that was part of a platform where the retailer could give you messages based on your personal performance, your personal information, meaning from the device itself. And that's what we built. So it's good for the consumer because the fact of the matter is, for runners and for most sports, injuries happen, right? And people are trying to achieve goals. And most of the technology, there's some phenomenal wearable technology out there, but most of it doesn't actually help you perform better at a certain sport or get healthier in a certain sport. And we believe that putting devices, what we call at the edge, or meaning on your shoe or on a racket or sort of at the foremost part of the sport, is going to give you information that'll actually help you run healthier, achieve your goals, play tennis better, be healthier when you play basketball, whatever it may be. So it's a little unique from other devices out there because it's very purpose-built, focused specifically for the consumer on how do we help you achieve your goals and run healthier or better. For retailers, one of the big challenges is how do we get people back in the store? How do we stay connected? And it depends a little bit on what kind of a retailer you are. If you're a run specialty store, in this area, Potomac River Running, or even the big guys like Roadrunner Sports, you walk in the store, as I said, they spend a lot of time fitting you for a shoe. But when you think you're ready for a new shoe, it's just awful easy to go to a online site or to go somewhere else and buy that shoe. And so they need to find ways to extend their service in the store outside. It's kind of like a portable run lab, if you will. And so we like to say that we're putting the retailer's best run expert on one shoulder and their CMO on another shoulder, and able to communicate, really good running advice to help you perform better and healthier, also, but to market to you at the proper times. And we think that marketing is just really smart too, because consumers have said, look, we'll trade information about ourselves if you're giving me something valuable back, right? I mean, we all get email from certain retailers where we just hit delete, we never even look at it. Imagine if that retailer cut the email by 80%, but it was the right one for you. It spoke to you at the right moment. That's really what we're trying to do for you. I've always thought about starting companies. It's always been something that I've wanted to do. I've been very fortunate to be part of some wonderful technologies over the years. And just came together with a group of guys that thought we had an idea that could be pretty big. So yeah, it's exciting to be a part of the start. So my co-founders and I met in kind of an interesting way. So both of the co-founders are from Israel and are in Israel now. I worked for another local company that builds virtual reality goggles. Also, you interviewed them at one point, Sensix. I actually had an office next to them, and I started to get to see them running around with these big virtual reality goggles and thought it was pretty cool, and I ended up working for Sensix. And it was there that I met Mayor Kaplan, who's our CTO. He was in the US for a while working here, and then when he moved back to Israel, we talked a little bit about different ideas, and he and our third co-founder, a guy named Zach Gorin, they really started to get most active with the idea together, and then the three of us came together. How did I come to be an entrepreneur is an interesting question, and it's not my father was actually a physician who worked, after medical school, one practice his whole career. So he wasn't, didn't set an example that way, but he was always curious, and I'm sure I learned some of the curiosity and interest in learning from him. But it was really I just always had the bug. I always think that there's cool ideas, there's ways to grow businesses, and as a member of teams where I've joined companies as employee 4, as employee 50, to build a sales organization, I just always see that the founders often can reap the biggest rewards, both from a monetary perspective, but a personal satisfaction perspective too. So I don't know, I just always wanted to build a company. And it's funny because I ask myself, you dream, it's hard not to dream when you're an entrepreneur. What happens when we do something great? And I can't imagine doing anything else, really. I mean, I'm certainly never going to retire. And when this company explodes and we do great things, then we've got several ideas to come at next.